Everyone is holding their breath on Shiba Inu today. The price has been going up and down. People are speculating what's happening. And to add fuel to the fire, Coinbase also dropped something massive. Apparently, hundreds of billions of Shiba Inu have been in question today. But here's the thing. The Shiba Inu team also stepped in and cleared something historical for Shiba Inu. What is happening? And why will Shiba Inu be forever in the history book now? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Shiba Inu has been crazy volatile. The price has been jumping up and down like a roller coaster. But here's the good news. Things are finally calming down. The chart is starting to stabilize a little, and that alone has people talking. But here's where it gets even crazier. While some people are scratching their heads trying to figure out what's happening, others are super hyped. Why? Because something massive just dropped, straight from Coinbase, and it's turning heads. Apparently, a huge amount of Shiba Inu tokens moved today. We're talking billions in just a single transaction. That's not something you see every day. And right on cue, almost like perfect timing, the Shiba Inu team dropped a bombshell announcement. Something that's never happened before in Shiba Inu's history. I know you're probably dying to hear what it is, but hold up for a second. Let's zoom out and take a quick look at what this all means for Shiba Inu's chart right now. So here's the interesting part. Even though Shiba Inu has dropped from its recent highs, like by quite a bit, it's still showing serious strength. One analyst pointed out that big holders aren't going anywhere. They're not dumping. In fact, it looks like they're doing the opposite. Shiba Inu is hanging right around a key level, just under a couple of major moving averages. It's not in a full-on breakout mode just yet, but it has bounced back from its April lows and is now pushing into important zones again. The momentum is quietly building. And check this out. On-chain data shows something super bullish. Whale activity is picking up fast. Over the past few months, inflows from the biggest holders are way up. Just this past week, there's been a noticeable spike, which usually means accumulation. They're loading up. At the same time, outflows, people moving their tokens out, have dropped a lot. That tells us the whales aren't leaving. They're sticking around, maybe even moving tokens between wallets, but not selling. Even more telling, the number of Shiba Inu wallets holding serious amounts, like 6 to 8 figures worth, has grown a lot. That's typically a sign of people who are in it for the long game. These aren't short-term flippers. These are long-term believers positioning themselves ahead of something big. And here's the thing. A slight dip in smaller wallet addresses actually lines up with a shift toward bigger holders. That kind of redistribution often happens right before a phase of calm, steady growth. It's like the market is resetting, stabilizing, and getting ready for the next big move. Speaking of big moves, Coinbase just shook the entire Shiba Inu community. So get this. Just a few hours ago, something major happened. A massive whale, someone who had quietly been loading up on Shiba Inu over the past month, just made a huge move. This person had been steadily collecting almost 200 billion tokens. Yeah, billion, all under the radar. But now, out of nowhere, they just sent the entire bag straight back to Coinbase in one single transaction. We're talking millions of dollars worth of Shiba Inu moved in one shot. Now, what does that usually mean? It could mean they're preparing to sell, or they already did. And it gets even more interesting. When you look at the wallet's history, it actually shows that all those Shiba Inu tokens originally came from Coinbase over the past few weeks, in 3 separate chunks, slowly and quietly. At the time, they were worth a little less than what they're worth now. So doing the math, it looks like this whale may have just pulled off a clean round trip with a profit of hundreds of thousands of dollars. Sounds like a win, right? But here's where things get a little suspicious, in a good way. All the tokens were sent right back to the exact same Coinbase wallet they originally came from. That's not something we usually see from regular individual traders. That feels more like something internal, something coordinated. Maybe it wasn't even a typical whale trade. It might have been part of something bigger happening behind the scenes. And that's why this is such a huge deal for Shiba Inu. Because whether this was an actual sale or just an internal shuffle between Coinbase wallets, the timing is incredible. This move came right as Shiba Inu's market value was rising. The whale's holdings grew massively in value over just a few weeks. So either they knew exactly what was going to happen and got out at the perfect time, and this is where it gets exciting, they're setting the stage for something even bigger. So what does this all mean for Shiba Inu? It means attention, big money, movement, and possibly momentum. Because these kinds of moves don't happen without a reason. If this was just a typical sell-off, it wouldn't have gone straight back to the same hot wallet. That detail changes everything. It suggests that something is going on behind the curtain. Maybe an insider shuffle. Maybe a strategic positioning. Maybe even preparation for a major listing update, utility move, or announcement. Could they know something we don't? Is there insider info floating around? Something the public hasn't been told yet? Possibly. When whales move like this, especially through exchanges, it's often because they're reacting to something bigger. Something is brewing. And no matter what the exact reason is, the effect is bullish. Why? Because the spotlight is back on Shiba Inu. The charts are calming. The whales are active. Accumulation is happening. And now, millions of dollars worth of Shiba Inu just made a big, bold move right in front of everyone's eyes. This kind of energy is exactly what starts to push Shiba Inu into the next phase, a phase where it starts shaking off extra zeros and pushing toward new milestones. And if history tells us anything, Shiba Inu loves to make sudden, explosive moves when people least expect it. The ingredients are all there: price consolidation, whale activity, exchange movement, and community hype. So whether this is just the beginning of a strategic shift or the calm before a breakout, we're watching something big unfold. And no matter which way you slice it, it's bullish. Shiba Inu isn't done. Not even close. It's just getting warmed up. And just in perfect timing, the Shiba Inu dev team hit us with a major announcement. This is a first in Shiba Inu history, and honestly, it's pretty huge. So check this out. The Zipto app just rolled out a new update that now lets Shiba Inu holders access both ShibaSwap and Shibarium in one place. No more bouncing between apps or wallets. It's all right there. Smooth, fast, low fees, and super easy to use. It's like the whole Shiba Inu ecosystem just got packed into your phone. But it gets even crazier. They also dropped something called the Vault Keycard, which is like Fort Knox for your Shiba Inu tokens. It's cold storage level security with next-gen protection, and Zipto is the first to do this for Shiba Inu. That's a massive win for safety and trust. This kind of stuff is what moves Shiba Inu from just a meme to a real player in the DeFi space. Real utility, real access, real adoption. And you better believe that kind of progress brings price action with it. More people using Shiba Inu, more tokens getting locked up, more excitement. And yeah, fewer zeros on that price. And we might be seeing that breakout real soon, because according to one analyst, Shiba Inu is seriously on the edge of something big. So here's what's going on. A trader named Mike, who's been studying charts over on TradingView, took a deep dive into Shiba Inu's past moves, and what he found is honestly pretty wild. He looked all the way back to that massive run in late 2021, the one where Shiba Inu went on an absolute tear, and the price exploded. Back then, the chart showed strong, confident buying with big green candles flying up the screen. That was pure hype and momentum. But after that high, things cooled off. From late 2021 all the way through early this year, Shiba Inu kind of drifted in this long, slow downtrend. But here's the thing. It wasn't just people selling off. According to Mike, there were signs that the selling wasn't even natural. Lots of candles with long wicks. Weird behavior that could actually point to manipulation rather than just people losing interest. Even through all that, buyers were still showing up, holding strong. Now here's where it gets exciting. Mike spotted a level he calls the trend killer. It's a tough resistance line that Shiba Inu has tested before, but never fully broken. But get this, he's seeing real strength building again. In fact, he jumped into a position earlier this month when the daily candle finally flipped bullish again. He's now eyeing some juicy price targets that, if hit, would mean Shiba Inu could rally hard, like back to 2021 level hard. And it's not just him. Another analyst going by Rose Premium Signals over on X also spotted something super bullish. She saw that Shiba Inu just broke out of a falling wedge pattern, which is one of those classic signs that things are about to reverse upward. It's like the pressure's been building, and now it's finally popping. And honestly, this all lines up with what we're seeing right now. The charts are steady, whales are active, devs are dropping big updates, community hype is heating up. It feels like everything is finally syncing together. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Shiba Inu update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.